And off we go from Buenos Aires. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He's on the move. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Blitz coming, Mahomes. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. 65 yards on the punt there. And the Chargers take possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Herbert throwing right away. His first throw is an interception. And the Golden Eagles are stopped a little inside the 30. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
Pistol now for Mahomes. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Picked off by Junior Colson. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they threw an interception to give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Big gain downfield. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So as we all recover from that last play, it's 1st and 10 near the red zone. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They send him left out of the slot. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Timeout called on the field, so we've got a player shaken up and at the worst time, too. They just wanted to keep everyone healthy entering the playoffs next week. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play. A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And that kick goes out of bounds. They're going to get great field position out of this. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. First and 10 from the 41. Running right is Pacheco. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
The tackle made back at the 37-yard line.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Off play action. It's Mahomes. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th. Tight end going in motion here. They'll run it with Pacheco. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on 4th.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They'll get 18 yards there. And that'll be a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Completes this one to Rice. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. With the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Mahomes. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that leaves him with 3rd and short.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown. The Golden Eagles Checo, touchdown. Well, this is the continuation of one of the greatest scoring seasons in recent memory, Brock. For the first time since 2006, we've got a running back who's reached 20 touchdowns in a single season. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Rush coming off the edge, and they block it! And they'll snuff out that return before it gets too far, so just a block extra points on the play.
And that block's going to take a little bit of the sting away from giving up the touchdown. I'll tell you, that's exactly, if you're on that special teams unit, how you want to start this game. Playing hard, executing well, and putting a little seed of doubt and thought on the special teams unit on the other side.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
After seeing his point after blocked, he's got to stay out there and kick it off. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the pistol, it's Herbert. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Golden Eagles have it as he records the first interception of his young career.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Trying again following the sack. He's throwing deep to the left side. He's got it deep downfield. And in for the touchdown. So Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
They're leaving the offense out there. They're going to try for 2.
The offense will line up for a 2-point conversion.
Mahomes throwing for 2. And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead. It's the end of the 1st in this AFC West showdown. 12-3 is our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Butker on now to kick this one away. From his own end zone, here we go. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. give left side. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They give it to him again. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Secures this at the 17. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Officially a 69-yard punt. What a kick. And it'll be their football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. 1st down throw, Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Mahomes. That's complete. Here's Brown. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. He fires one deep down the middle. This is caught inside the 15. He's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Now, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes, and what a difference it can make for an offense.
Chased out to his right, and he drives this forward to the 6.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escapes the pocket. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. They motion the slot man right. Here's Mahomes, third and goal. On the move, headed right. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. One alligator, two alligator, three alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a fourth to try to reach that end zone. Mahomes to throw for it. And the catch is made for the touchdown. The Golden Eagles push their lead to 15. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. And this one, thankfully, not off the mark. He gets it to go. Well, good news here. This is one kick that can't be blocked as he sends this away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to it. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. Completed to his running back.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with a running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. They send a man in motion. From the 29. This ball's cut by Palmer. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
And the Chargers first down.
We're to the 2-minute warning from Argentina. The Chargers with the football. Ball at the 33 for first down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Got a man. Palmer has it. And what a hit there. Ouch. She pays the price for moving the chains that time.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Herbert throwing again. Able to hit Palmer, complete. And he goes down a little short of the 40. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Chargers will have a first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Herbert to throw once more. Caught, nice gain left side. He goes the distance, touchdown LA! The Chargers chop some of the lead off before the half. Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. And it's good, but the choice to kick there means this still is a two-possession game in the second half. So we've got ourselves a 9-point game now as they'll kick this off. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Play action, Mahomes. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's your bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
First and 10, it's Mahomes. Oh, he loses the football. And it looks like the offense recovered. They did. Close stuff there. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 48. Rice pulls it in along the sideline. It's a pickup of 11. And it sets up first down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Motioning him from the slot right. Throwing on first down, Mahomes. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the... They connect on the deep shot. Is in, touchdown. The Golden Eagles will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Butker with the extra point. And the Golden Eagles take a 16-point lead. After seeing his point after blocked, he's got to stay out there and kick it off. Chooses to bring this one out. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. "19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it." Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. Trying to find Trey McBride. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Second and 10 now. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Dante Jackson takes it away.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw. It changed its direction.
57-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And make this a 19.3 score advantage.
I know they love that golf adage, drive for show, putt for dough, but it's awfully nice to drive for show and to have that kind of weapon in your back pocket.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. One last play before the break. A final throw before the break. Forced out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Butker on now to kick this one away. From his own end zone, here we go. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And he takes this one back for the pick six. That pick six ought to spell the end to any potential comeback we might have seen out of him, Brock. This deficit might be just too much to come back from.
Yeah, if there was any hope left, they sure could have used some points. And they're going to have to get points now in a hurry. And that's for an offense who just threw the interception. Heading right back out there, you better flush it fast.
Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Golden Eagles grow their lead yet again. Well, good news here. This is one kick that can't be blocked as he sends this away. Here's Carter on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Herbert now. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
He's got it at the 24. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Pistol now for Mahomes. Finds his man. It's Worthy. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll give them a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Buys time, rolling right. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so that brings up 2nd down.
That's just a total team effort right there, Kate. Defense was relentless on that play. Some of them chased him from the pocket. The others, well, they took away the easy throwing lane, and it really influenced that incompletion.
The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Oh, put some heat on this deep cut at the 20-yard line. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. They get 28 out of that play. And it'll give them a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
From the red zone now. He's on the move. Connects with Wiley. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. Got to shake it off and keep on firing.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Again, Mahomes to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Up and good from Blankenship. And that makes it a 29-point ball game.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Oh, no. They get him yet again. And the Golden Eagles take over on his 5th interception of the season.
This is a lonely place. And I don't know how many walking the planet have thrown 5 picks, but I'll raise my hand. I did it in an Apple Cup. and it is a lonely, humbling feeling. Everything that could go wrong, well, it's gone wrong for this quarterback today, and I hope that's the last time we see him throw a pass in this one.
First down throw, Mahomes. Finds his man Rice. And he's taken down at the 30. Pickup of 12 on that play. And they'll have first down.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you could find a completion just like that.
Throwing all the way to the end zone, and oh, he got it! Interception! Asante Samuel Jr. makes the play. And the Chargers get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. Able to hit Palmer, complete. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
What's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Herbert with a blitz coming. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Couldn't connect with Ladd McConkey. So that brings up 4th and long.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute, convert on these 3rd downs.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They're going for it. It's Herbert. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the... That's caught at the 25. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
So as we all recover from that last play, it's 1st and 10 near the red zone. Now Herbert again. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Offense in the hurry up here. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down. Man in motion out of the slot. Third and long for him here. He throws a bullet to the oh, brother, it's another interception. So the defense decides to decline the penalty. A give right side, here's Pacheco. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Brought down by Paulson Adebo. Only one quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's been a great time at the stadium for this crowd. Their side has turned this into a blowout as we start the fourth. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Mahomes. On target to Worthy. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. We have a timeout now for somebody shaken up on the previous play, and as they work on him, his teammates hoping this doesn't keep him out of the postseason. Ball at the 33 for first down. Slot man in motion right. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Chased out to his right. He takes it himself. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
From the 39. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Chargers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A pickup there of 33 yards. And that gives them 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Trent McDuffie in to pick it off. And the Golden Eagles take over on his 5th interception of the season.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, well, it'll put that opposing offense right back out there, still reeling from that interception.
Man in motion here. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Terrific zone coverage. Wallpaper sideline to sideline. QB's got 2 options. Wait for a hole to open or tuck it to run. He chose the former, but the pass rush showed up before any throwing lane did.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Taking a shot deep down the field. Oh no, they get him yet again. Asante Samuel Jr. makes the play. And the Chargers have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick 6. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Even more problems now as they don't get the snap off. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. Even more problems now as they don't get the snap off. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Shotgun snap to Herbert. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. This ball's cut by Palmer. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Herbert from the gun. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Since birth I've been shooting from a can.